ABC4 News special report. More than 1 in 5 people shot and killed by police have a mental illness, and that's according to a recent report by the Washington Post. So in an effort to understand what it's like to experience a mental health episode, ABC4's Nicole Newman went through a simulation of just what that looks like. She reports now from Salt Lake City.
It was here at this park for nearly an hour. I was asked to do simple things many of us take for granted. Walk to get here, cross the street to get here, read and then explain what I read, as well as fill out a crossword puzzle. It was all while listening to voices in my head that made it difficult to find my own. Multiple people are yelling commands.
Stop playing games! Back up! Back up!
While I can hear them, their voices are nearly muted by even louder voices, which are the ones in my head.
Keep your eyes down now. Keep your eyes down. Look down. Who is she? I didn't tell them. I swear I didn't tell them. Look down. Eyes down. You.
It's a crisis of the mind simulated by recording similar to ones used to train police officers to help build empathy when responding to a person having a mental health episode.
Stop. Look away. Look down. Just stop. Can you stop? If your eye offends you, just pluck it out.
These voices are mean.
My name's Ginger, and I'm a peer specialist. So I have experienced that.
The simulation was conducted by 3 certified mental health peer support specialists in Salt Lake City. The specialists offer support based on their own mental health experience.
I just want to let you know I'm here to support you, and I have lived experience. And,
This?
Yeah, I hear voices sometimes.
This is our reality.
After reaching out to several local leaders, Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill agreed to do this simulation with me.
We are having you do word searches. Okay, this, I want to let you know, is out of a children's book.
For 3 minutes, we were instructed to find as many words as possible. When our time was up, I only found 2 words.
Not the ones that I was looking for.
The exercise was one of several we were asked to perform, including simple tasks like crossing a street, reading, and then explaining what we read to others. It was all while listening to the voices in our head.
What was really fascinating about it is that it's the disorientation that you have, and you start to question yourself, and because you're trying to concentrate and you're trying to answer questions.
Gil explained how difficult it was to even hear his own inner voice over the one speaking and the frustration he felt.
They sort of keep becoming part of your process, and so it's really just a lack of concentration and frustration, because I know that I have the answer and I'm trying to get it to you, but I'm struggling to get that answer, so I'm kind of getting personally mad at myself about it.
As Salt Lake County's DA, more than ever, Gil shares how cases with people suffering from mental health illness are coming across his desk.
I think the systemic failure is that we've taken what is a public health issue and we've criminalized that conduct.
In the last decade, Gil says he's looked at 104 officer-involved shootings.
Conservatively, 25 to 1/3 of those are intersection of people with mental illnesses and coming in contact with law enforcement.
Gil says the person that loses the most is the one in need of the most help.
My hypothesis is like this. When public policymakers fail to address the issues of social justice, economic justice, political justice, or public health, those public policy deficits manifest themselves as crisis in our community, and then our policymakers rely upon law enforcement to be our crisis managers.
Gil says police departments having all officers trained under the crisis intervention team curriculum is just the baseline of what's needed.
It's about understanding that when law enforcement is responding, maybe we need to have paraprofessionals who are part of that crisis management to be part of that.
It's with the crisis responders taking the lead and officers only stepping in if the situation becomes dangerous.
The police officer that understands that versus the police officer who's simply saying, I give a command and your response is not appropriate to that, they're going to react to your response, not to your condition.
Overall, Gil says the goal needs to be de-escalation and keeping the person suffering the mental episode safe. Gil says he knows of no mentally ill person who wakes up in the morning and says, how many crimes can I go out and commit? He believes the better investment of taxpayer money is in therapy instead of putting a mentally ill person in a jail cell. In Salt Lake City, Nicole Newman, ABC4 News.